Right now on CBS 12 News this morning at 6, millions of parents scrambling to feed their kids. How the president plans to ramp up production of baby formula to try and fight the shortage.
Plus, more than a dozen buildings in Boca Raton are up for required inspections to avoid a tragedy like the Surfside condo collapse. How the city is prioritizing which ones need to get looked at right away.
And not a bad start out there for us this morning. I'm going to let you know when we could see a little rain moving in later.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
You are getting closer to the weekend. It is Friday Eve, everybody. Thanks for watching CBS 12 News This Morning. I'm Matt Lincoln.
Oh, we like the sound of that. I'm Sam Kerrigan. We do want to start with a check on that forecast, see how we're looking today and into the weekend. Lauren?
Sam, thanks. That's right. Skies dry out there. We got some cool clouds, though, off the coast. Makes for a nice looking sunrise out there. Storm track radar right now is dry. We had a few showers offshore. Those have all rained themselves out. It's a dry one out there to start. Temperatures are in the mid-70s this morning. 75 in Vero, 77 right now in Boca. It is nice and humid out there. We're going to increase those temps quickly. We're near 88 degrees by 11 o'clock. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through those morning hours. And then we're going to hit about 90. Like I mentioned, low 90s further inland, maybe closer to 95 near Lake Okeechobee. It's going to be hot. Now with the humidity, that's going to feel worse. We'll deal with the heat index near 100 degrees later today. Skies are mostly sunny moving through the morning. This is 3:30 this afternoon. Might see a few inland thunderstorms out there for us later today with that sea breeze pushing everything further west. Storms linger west of the lake later on tonight. This is a look at 7 o'clock. The rain chance actually goes up a little bit more tomorrow and your weekend as more moisture moves into the area. Matt, Sam.
Thanks, Lauren. 6:02 now. Let's get a look on our roads. On-time traffic on the Treasure Coast. Looking good here in Fort Pierce. I-95 and the Turnpike running smoothly. Meanwhile, our traffic trackers on I-95 heading north through West Palm Beach. We are not tracking any crashes or delays.
Well, this morning, a new effort to ease the nationwide baby formula shortage. As we take a live look at the White House, President Biden has invoked the Defense Production Act, and this is a major step to ramp up production and get formula back in stores after weeks of empty shelves.
Now, this is big for many parents who have been struggling trying to find formula for their kids for weeks now.
And CBS host Jay O'Brien at the live desk with the developments for us this morning. Jay, what does this mean for parents?
Well, it means that there might be more formula flowing soon. Developments from this were unfolding overnight. The president invoking, as you said, what's called the Defense Production Act to try to boost the supply of baby formula nationwide. It comes as parents are still facing a lot of bare shelves like this one. This photo was taken by our own Terry Hornstein at a Walmart in Boynton Beach. But scenes like this playing out across the state and across the country. Now, the Defense Production Act allows the federal government to direct manufacturing for national defense. It's a law that came out of World War II and was later used at the height of the pandemic, you might remember, by the Trump administration. In this case, invoking that law allows the government to help prioritize the manufacturing of key ingredients for formula and making sure that formula makers get those ingredients before anyone else who ordered them. Here is how the president put it in a video released by the White House yesterday.
The Defense Production Act gives the government the ability to require suppliers to direct needed resources to infant formula manufacturers before any other customer who may have ordered that good.
All of this comes as Abbott, that closed formula manufacturer, may be a step closer to reopening their plant. The company reaching an agreement with the FDA earlier this week. A judge still has to sign off on that, but if that happens, it would allow Abbott to open its formula plant within 2 weeks. The company, though, saying that even after it takes its plant online, it might be more than a month for their formula to reach store shelves. Matt and Sam.
And Jay, we know this help can't come soon enough. Many parents struggling right now, and a lot of them coming together to help each other out right here in our area. So if you are trying to get your hands on some formula, there is a Facebook group called Baby Formula Buy, Sell, Trade Treasure Coast. We have more information for you right now on our website. Head to cbs12.com. You can find that article right now on our homepage.
And this morning, for the first time in history, gas prices in all 50 states have hit an average of at least $4 a gallon. Experts warn this could be just the beginning of some very painful prices at the pump this summer. The national average higher this morning, $4.58. We've actually seen the Florida average be higher than the national average this week, but today, $4.50, 8 cents below. Does that mean things in Palm Beach County are cheaper? Of course not. As we've been seeing all week right now, up again, Palm Beach County, $4.64, and not much relief in Okeechobee, St. Lucie, Martin, or Indian River counties either, all over the state's average. This is getting pretty frustrating, just watching these numbers continue to go up and up. And in 30 minutes, you're going to hear what county leaders are hoping to do to bring some of these prices down.
6:05 right now. We are just 4 days away from lawmakers gathering in Tallahassee for a special session on property insurance. Nearly 70,000 people across the state will lose their coverage at the end of June, which is a really crucial time because of hurricane season. Right now, many insurance companies are going out of business following financial losses last year. Republican Representative John Snyder from Stewart says a short-term fix will be harder to find than a long-term one.
This is a problem that didn't happen overnight. And so the immediate relief probably won't happen overnight, but what happens next week is a start in the right direction and hopefully helping to address these rising costs.
Senate Democrat Tina Polsky from Boca Raton says Republicans were too focused on cultural issues during the regular session to address property insurance, now leaving a tight window to fix the problem.
It's truly malpractice on our part with the greatest economic issue that's facing us right now in this state that we're going to manage in 2 days. It's just wrong. I don't think anything we come up with, to be honest, is going to change people's premiums this coming year.
Democrats are also trying to address rent and condo safety, but there's no word yet if that will happen. The special session starts on Monday.
6:07 this morning, inspections are expected to begin soon for large buildings in Boca Raton. The city was one of the first to pass a law requiring inspections for most buildings over the age of 30. That, of course, following the Surfside condo collapse. We now know what buildings are going first, and our Kara Duffy is joining us live from Meisner Park. So, Kara, how is the city selecting the first buildings to get these inspections?
Well, Matt, city officials say they plan to divide the city into 4 zones, prioritizing the buildings that are closest to the ocean. That if they meet certain requirements. We're talking about the age of the building as well as the height of the building. As you mentioned, they will need to be over 40 years old and stand greater than 3 stories tall. Right now, there are 14 locations listed under Zone 1. All of them are east of the Intracoastal. Boca Raton Mayor Scott Singer says saltwater and sea winds can impact those buildings, so that's why they take priority. Affected buildings will have to pay a $500 fee for the recertification inspection. Residents, though, say their peace of mind and safety well worth the price.
I'd be absolutely willing to pay the cost because you never want a recurrence of what happened to these poor people in that Surfside building.
According to our partners over at the Sun Sentinel, the city estimates it will cost around $250,000 a year to inspect all properties within city limits. The last zone of buildings to be inspected is set for 2026. For a full list of those initial 14 locations, you can head over to our website, cbs12.com. Matt, Sam.
Thank you, Kara. It's 6:08 right now. Port St. Lucie residents will soon wake up to a new trash service after thousands of complaints about their trash not being picked up. So here's what happened. They agreed to drop their contract with Waste Pro and signed a new deal, but it is coming at a higher price. The 7-year deal will cost each homeowner around $300 a year. That's a $130 increase. The pickups will be reduced from 2 days a week to just 1 day, and customers will be able to select from 2 different size trash bins. The new service starts in September.
This morning, we are learning utility rates are going up for residents of Fort Pierce. City commissioners approved a 10% increase for water and sewer in July and October. Power and gas rates will also go up 5% those same months. City leaders say this is all to move its wastewater treatment plant off the Indian River Lagoon and help fund meters and expand gas services.
6:09 right now. A routine traffic stop escalated quickly when a driver led Martin County deputies on a chase. What the woman behind the wheel threw at deputies before that wild chase came to an end.
It's pretty surprising. Plus, from our coverage of the decline of manatees, the lack of seagrass in our waters, you know right now we have problems in our waterways. Well, now we're learning more about some things that are affecting our fish that you and I eat and serve to our kids. We have a special report with our Terry Hornstein coming up in 30 minutes.
And before we head to break, here is a beautiful live look in Lake Worth Beach on this Thursday morning. Meteorologist Lauren Oleski has another look at your forecast when we come back. Stay with us.